Now, hi everybody. This is for family and friends, but you can share it if you like, if you think I'm like, I've got it, you know. So anyway, I'm going to run through making brown soda bread my way, and it usually turns out lovely each time I make it. So, you need a big bowl and a wooden spoon. You need plain white flour, wholemeal or whole wheat flour, wheat bran, wheat germ, buttermilk, or you can use yogurt, plain yogurt and milk mixed up, or you can use milk. I mean, I've made it with milk before and it's turned out fine. So, but it's nice. It's nicer with the buttermilk, I must say. Some bicarbonate of soda. Has to be bread soda or bicarbonate of soda. Don't use baking powder because it won't turn out the same. So, and then I've got a little jug that I use for my measurement, but it holds 500 mils of liquid. So most of you have got some sort of measuring jug or whatever. So I use up to 500 mils. But if you fill a mug with 500 mils of water, then you can use a mug each time, you know. Also, salt, 2 teaspoons of salt. A lot of recipes have sugar, but I don't put sugar in mine, so, okay. And then I've got my baking sheet ready, and I have a trusty non-stick sheet that I use. It's very old. If you don't have a trusty non-stick sheet, you can flour the baking tray before you start. So, okay, so I'm going to weigh out or measure out my ingredients. So, and this is dead easy. Once you know how much what you're going to use, so you've got a thing of flour, measure of flour, white flour, a measure of, this is wholemeal flour, so a measure of wholemeal flour, and then for the third measure we're going to put half wheat bran and half wheat germ, okay? So you fill the rest up with the wheat germ. Wheat germ's really good for you, so it's a good thing to have. So then you've got all your dry ingredients, and you're going to add the salt. So you want a teaspoonful of salt, a teaspoonful of salt, yeah. Sounds like a lot, but it's not really. And then 2 teaspoonfuls of bread soda, okay. So you don't need to be too worried about if it's a bit heaped, it's grand. Okay, so those are all your dry ingredients. So give them a sort of quick mix up. This is so quick and so easy and so yummy, and it's really good for you as well. And it doesn't take too long. It takes about maybe half an hour, 35 minutes. You just have to keep an eye on it after about half an hour, but you want it to be dark but not burnt, obviously, and it needs to be like you test any sort of loaf of bread. You turn it on its side and tap it, and if it's hollow sounding on the bottom, then it's done. Okay, so that's all nicely mixed together. I'm making a right mess here, but anyway, never mind. So that's nicely mixed together. So you make a little sort of well in the middle, and you get your buttermilk or whatever you're going to use. Now, what you can do is, this might not take this whole jug, so don't pour the whole jug in. Just keep on going. Put enough in that you know is going to be not too wet, because you don't want it to be really sloppy, but you don't want it to be too dry. It has to be able to, you have to be able to plop it out onto the baking tray so that it's wet looking, but it doesn't move, you know what I mean? I'll show you anyway when we get there. So give it a good old stir around. Keep adding as you think you need more. Smells nice with the buttermilk. Actually, this buttermilk is about, well, I'd say I bought it a week ago in the supermarket. It still smells okay. I think it's because it's a bit sour in the first place. It's grand. So anyway, this loaf lasts me and Jim a week. We just cut it into quarters and freeze the 3/4, keep one out, and then it, you know, it's nice with soup and I love it toasted. So, okay, so you can see, can you see there the sort of consistency it is? It's like, it's sort of a bit sloppy, but still firmish. So, okay, and then what you do then is you plop it out onto the baking tray, this is going to be like me making a right mess now, but anyway, so get the bowl and plop it out. I'll move the thing, I'll lift it up in a minute so you can see it. Plop it all out onto the baking tray, like that. Okay, get the last little bit out. How are you all enjoying the lockdown anyway? I'm eating too much and doing too much baking, and like we all are, I think, we all keep putting photographs of lovely yummy food up on the screen. So okay, so there you go. So there, you've got your bread. It's just plopped out. I mean, it's nice to have those little jaggedy bits all over it because it gives it a bit of a crust. So now I'm going to get a knife. Okay, got this knife here, and I'm just going to make a, you probably can't, I don't think you can see this, can you? But it's, anyway, put it on top of here, look. So you make a, not right down to the bottom, you don't make a cut right down to the bottom, but maybe 3/4 of the way down, and then just spread it back each side, like this. Okay. Now, so then it sort of looks, it's got like a cross shape in it. Can you see that? Like that. Okay. And then, an ingredient that I forgot to get out of the cupboard is some pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. Now you don't have to do this, but I like it because it gives it an extra bit of a yummy taste. Okay, so that's done, didn't take very long. And that's going to go into the oven at 200 degrees in the middle shelf, on the middle shelf. And just keep an eye on it for, you know, half an hour, look at it. And everybody's oven is different, so... but I've been making this recipe with these ingredients for a long time, and the wheat germ and the wheat bran really make a difference and make it taste really lovely, so enjoy.